Hello and welcome back to Coastal Living. We have a stacked show for you today and we're just getting started. We have Karen Urban here from the American Heart Association in Corpus Christi. Welcome, Karen. Thank you for joining us.
Karen and I could talk for an hour and a half on this subject. It's a very important subject. Heart
health.
Women.
Yep.
Okay, you'd think, okay, well, women have other health problems, but the heart is the motor of the body, and no heart, no problem. And you know, I had a thing with my mom as she aged, and we had heart problems, and we had to be very careful with her. So you know, Karen is a wonderful resource. You're a dedicated volunteer of the American Heart Association.
I am.
And so tell me why you're more interested in that than in maybe breast cancer.
So what Mac really wants me to talk about is my why, which extrapolates to women all over our community. My why, my family has had a history of heart disease. My father died of heart disease, 3 out of 4 grandparents did, and so my why is not only my family, but your family and every woman and man in this community. The American Heart Association has been around since 1924, and it was first started by really 6 cardiologists who said, in 1924, we have a problem with heart disease. And from 1924 until 2004, they had incredible initiatives, but those have been beefed up remarkably. In 2004, we started here in Corpus Christi, Go Red for Women. And that has become truly an inclusive circle of red, women who would like to join us to become ambassadors and fight against heart disease among us. It's fascinating that 1 out of every 3 women will die in this country of heart disease or stroke. 80% of women between 80 and 90% of women are walking around symptomatically with 1 or more risk factors for heart attack or stroke.
But you were telling me that you would think that it's men who have heart problems. You're telling me that women don't take care of it?
I think women suck up a lot of the pain because we're so busy taking care of the house and the kids and multitasking and pretending we don't have a cold so we can get the kids to school, and you just push those signs aside.
And those signs are really and truly significant. You have to think about particularly women. We do have great body awareness for the most part. We think we know exactly what's happening to us symptomatically, but there have been many women who ignored symptoms of heart attack or stroke who sadly have passed away.
And while we have our viewers watching, can you share a few of those symptoms?
If you have significant pain in your chest, and it's probably higher among men, the chest pain, if you have a headache, if you I mean, there's a whole battery of signs and symptoms that we could address, but any one of those symptoms, headache, chest pain, pain in your left side, your arm, feeling dizzy or nauseated or lightheaded, and we know the difference of whether or not we've had too much to eat, too much to drink, you know, well, that kind of thing. It's a very, very different feeling.
And you've got to just
cannot be ignored.
Address it and go visit the doctor.
See your doctor.
Clear your mind.
But if those symptoms exacerbate, they become worse, you call 911. You don't say, oh, Clarissa, please drive me to the hospital. I think I'm having a heart attack.
Well, not only that, but teach your children about 911 and what to do in the event that they see you in that situation. Because one of the stories they shared, the woman that shared her story at the last Go Red, was a mother who would run full-on marathons, and she was very, very active, and she suffered, was it 2 strokes?
Yes.
And she had her children there to help her and call 911, and that was the only way that she actually got help.
And she was so young. I mean, we think that perhaps people my age, I'm a little older, of course, would be more subject to having a heart attack or heart disease.
Any age.
But that then really begs us to look at what can we do to prevent heart disease and stroke. And that's what the American Heart Association and Go Red and Circle of Red are really all about.
And tell us more about Go Red and why we want to be involved, especially here in the Coastal Bend. It is a sight to see when you show up at this event, and everyone is decked out, men and women.
Yes, in red.
In red, yes.
Well, it's the Go Red for Luncheon is in May, and it is the culmination of a year's activities through the Circle of Red. The Circle of Red is a smaller group. Marcy and I, we were in Circle of Red 12 years ago when there were just about 12 members. We're now at about 150. And now we have Go Red for Men because some of the guys said, hey, you're having so much fun doing this. We want to be included.
Yeah, they always want to join our parties,
I know.
Don't you guys, Mac?
Well,
you know
if
you
there's
do.
a party, we're going.
Well, and how can people get involved in Go Red?
Well,
where do they go?
The luncheon will be in May, and there'll be a lot more information between now and then.
Leading up to that.
But
okay.
in the interim, Circle of Red, we're always looking for new members.
Great.
And the thing that I love about Circle of Red is it's inclusive. We encourage anyone and everyone to join us. There is a $1,000 membership fee. And you say, well, so what do you get for all of that? Well, we have functions once a month, and we do everything from estate planning to how to prepare food better, how to eat better that we talked about, heart healthy.
We talked
lay down the tamales
we
and
talked
the
about
taquitos,
tortillas
Mac.
de harina.
Yeah,
you know,
and then
that's the
I'm
problem.
listening to all this about Chick-fil-A, and I'm going,
I know. Well,
but-
it was just a treat.
But we were doing Zumba, isn't
That's
that good?
right. We canceled
Listen,
it out.
that's the other thing with heart disease.
You can't
All of
just
us, you
exercise
have
it
to
away.
move.
Gotta move.
You have to. And those are the initiatives that the Heart Association,
Great.
Circle of Red, Go Red
Okay.
really promote year in and year out.
Wonderful. Well, guys, for more information, you can search Go Red, and they've got a very active Facebook page as well where they're always
Yes.
talking about the upcoming events. Thank you so much for joining us today and sharing your story. All right, guys, we still got some great stuff coming up. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're watching Coastal Living on KZTV, the only lifestyle show made in the Coastal Bend for the Coastal Bend.
Don't go anywhere.
We'll be right back.